MobilityBros here. Welcome to our third installment of our 5-part series covering the superficial front line. Today we're working our way up the front line into the quadriceps, and we're specifically looking for the most frontal quadricep, the Rectus femoris, whose myofascia originates from the top of the tibia, up over the kneecap, up the thigh, and in towards the ASIS, the anterior superior iliac spine. Today is the hip. Now we use our M80 roller to push that myofascial tissue up towards the thigh. And Gabe's in the house today, so he'll be demonstrating this for us. But before he does, let's talk about what we're looking for here. Specifically, we're looking for hip flexion. So as I release the tissue and stimulate it, the exercise we'll do later, we want to be able to see changes in hip flexion. So we'll just flex your legs real quick, Gabe. Excellent. So we'll do the right leg today. Now Gabe's going to use the roller. He's going to start above the kneecap. And he's going to work his way up towards the hip. If he finds a spot that's kind of tender, he's going to pause and go through some range of motion with his legs, some flexion, extension with the knee. And we're looking just for motion here, so you can go through full extension, full flexion, you can go through partials. We just want you to kind of feel comfortable with moving that tissue around. Now once he's felt some change there as far as it's less painful or it's easier to flex and extend the knee, or work his way up towards the hip a little bit more. And once you find the spot that's kind of tender, we'll do the same thing. Now let's just pretend Gabe made his way all the way towards the hip. Now we're concerned with trying to push tissue upwards. So once he makes it to the hip, he's not going to push tissue back down again. He's just going to reposition right back above the knee again and makes his way back up towards the hip. Alright, perfect. Alright, we'll lean it back in. Now to stimulate that tract, we're going to do just a really simple exercise. He's going to lay supine on his back. And we're looking at function at the foot here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cue him to kind of glue his heel to the floor. And I'm just going to kind of keep my fingers against his heels just so he knows where it is. I'm going to have him pull his toes back first and then dorsiflex the foot. Try not to push the heel out. I want to keep the heel in the same spot so it's anchored to the floor here. Then after he goes through a few reps, I want him to start flexing the knee. So we're going to pull the dorsiflex first, and then flex the knee. And we're looking at as the femur starts to kind of travel its way back up into the hip. The rectus femoris is a hip flexion muscle, so to stimulate it, we want to look for hip flexion. I want you to dorsiflex a little bit more again. So pull back as far as you can with the foot first, and then flex the knee. There you go. Now do one more time. Dorsiflex as far as you can, flex the knee. Alright, relax. Alright, so we'll see if we made any change. Alright, a little bit actually. Well, there you have it. Tune in next week for our 4th installment of our 5-part series of the superficial front line. Also, tune in before Thanksgiving. We'll tell you why not to wear high heels or man heels to dinner. See ya.